I just recently finished playing Assassin's Creed Mirage, and in the advertisement of the game, the one thing that stands out the most is that Ubisoft keeps saying that Assassin's Creed Mirage is quote unquote going back to the roots of Assassin's Creed, and I completely do not believe in that. And today I will show you guys how that is completely false. How Assassin's Creed Mirage is in fact not going back to the roots of Assassin's Creed. Before I get into anything, guys, please for me, hit that notification bell, subscribe, comment, like, do all that good shit. And now let's get on with the video. The roots of Assassin's Creed have been three things that combine into something that is unique and cool. The first I want to talk about is history. The first thing that you will see in any trailer for Assassin's Creed is that it takes place in a time period that is central to human conflict. The first thing, the main characters of Assassin's Creed games are always native to the land. Even if the conflict is not about them personally, they just want to strive for freedom and give that to the people. On the other side of the coin, you have the Templars who want to give peace to the people, although only their peace. They want to state what is and what is not allowed. They want not to be known by the people, but they want to define everything they do. That's why Templars are most of the time part of a secret government that rules either over the people or the actual government. The Templars want the same thing as the Assassins, but they just want to stand on top. Assassins obviously don't agree with those rules, so they fight. This fight started in ancient Egypt, but there were people always fighting for freedom, as seen in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. This conflict is never concluded, so they fight in the modern day of Assassin's Creed. The Assassins don't want to rule over the people, so they don't even want to be a part of the history, so they stay out of the sight of the public. That's only done with stealth. The stealth in Assassin's Creed games is simple. You can hide in the crowds and you can fight the Templars without being seen. You need to infiltrate a base of a Templar after doing research on who the Templar is and how to kill them. Research can be done in many ways: eavesdropping on guard, finding notes in the bases of Templars, seeing the actions Templars do in front of your own eyes, and many more. The infiltration is done however the assassin wants to, from finding a crack in the wall of a base to use disguises to directly be able to walk into the bases without being seen or suspected of anything. Then finding the information on the base after assassinating the Templar, you'll get to find the next, and then the whole tree of the Templars is gone. Not all assassinations cannot be done by climbing, so the assassin embraces technology to gain an advantage against the Templars, who hold manpower over anything. The technology the assassins can incorporate into the many types of blades and many types of gadgets. Some use contraptions just made to allow them to break free from gravity short duration of time, namely Ezio in Venice. On the other hand, the Templars are just people who wave their fingers around and order people just because somebody appointed them to the role, or they were just born into the role or gained them by taking it from somebody else forcefully. This power is something the Templars never want to lose, because they think that peace can only be guaranteed if no one is able to stand against. Stealth can fail sometimes, and when it does, an assassin needs to make sure that they can run away from the Templars or the other factions chasing them down. For this, the assassins use the city to their advantage. With parkour combined with climbing around the city, they can move quickly away from prying eyes and then blend in with the crowd of people walking. This is most notable with AC Unity as an example, because they have lots of people in the streets. Parkour only works when people are able to be athletic enough and run fast enough for many hours, and when they're able to think critically and logically to find an area that normal people won't go to look towards. Parkour can not only save you from an encounter with Templars, so climbing is also used to get to the rooftops fast and to run from building to building. In other cases, parkour can start from the ground up and go to a rooftop with lifts and mostly heaps of boxes laying around to jump on top of. Parkour is also a skill that can always be improved, so even if some Templars are willing to learn parkour, they may not be able to do it as fast as someone who has trained 10 years in running around the city and its many signs and ledges taking out. Some assassins who live in areas outside of the city are also able to learn to climb on top of trees. The most capable one of this is Connor from an AC tree, and it looks cool as hell. Using history, stealth, and parkour combined with the setting that Assassin's Creed games takes place in, this creates for a game with an atmosphere that many people can do right with, and that's why Assassin's Creed is loved by so many people. Alongside the mystery of the modern day, holding from small things like you being able to press any button to an action with Desmond and then playing as Ezio, Altair or any other character. You have specific buttons for specific presses. I don't know, for me this is off script, but that just adds to the intrigue. Like, why am I able to do that and not, why isn't it X? Like, BX. But yeah, moving on. The hidden temples and the urgencies of situations of the OG cast got stuck in. Hidden temples and the urgencies of the OG cast got stuck in with Assassin's Creed. This made for an experience that many people like me praised time and time again. Now let's see what AC Mirage did to return back to the roots, quote unquote. The core of AC Mirage's gameplay lies in stealth. The stealth game is awesome. The stealth game is awesome to say the least. The bases vary from being in the city to being in the wilderness, hidden from the world. There were some missions in AC Mirage where I needed to go and I was not given an immediate location. And the bird was not just a gimmick anymore. It was used in the beginning of a game as a gimmick, but later on you needed to think about when and how to use the bird and key to make sure that it was not shot at and you could find the target. Then when you enter a base, you had the choice on how to get from target. Then when you enter the base, you had the choice on how to get to the target with many options, which I love, just saying. After the target gets done with, then you need to escape the area, and if you are seen, you need to use the parkour and the climbing that I literally just explained to get out quickly, which the game first needs you to get. Parkour in AC Mirage is just an animation fast. I'm gonna be straight up. Which the game itself first needs to guess what you want and where you are going towards, which leads to Basim pausing when there are two options, and I clearly need to keep on the building to reach the ledge that maybe could be a little too far, but I am not sure at that point. And you aren't even sticking out your arm like when Ezio does that to just reach a building. Like, but yeah, option is selected for me and it does not do anything about it. Then when running on top of a building, the leap jump just happens almost every time. It is useful, but it's not kind of realistic in the ways that where AC2 felt like Ezio was running and jumping the same max distance always. It did not feel like it was janky, and sometimes it could go further or not further at all. And AC Mirage's parkour also feels like it's holding my hand in any way possible, and I did not like that, because in AC2, the root of Assassin's Creed, you could actually train parkour while playing the game, and you could make some sick clips that actual people literally did with AC2. The most notable use of parkour clips for me utilize the leap jump. If you are able, and if you are climbing and then want to jump to reach a higher ledge, just in a little bit of time. Compare this to Mirage, and I don't even know how the leap jump works. In AC2, the leap jump is just you are climbing and you can just jump off at any moment by pressing X just once, and it will immediately go to where your joystick is pointing towards. And this is how AC Mirage is not, quote unquote, going back to the roots of Assassin's Creed, because Ubisoft simply want a game that's for everyone and that everyone likes and get into and be good at. But a game for everyone is a game for no one. Some aspects of AC Mirage make me feel like I am starting my AC2 journey and just picking some feathers, namely the parkour and climbing feel like they were done, so it's made simple for everyone to play this game. That's it for the video, guys. If you made it this far, a sub would be appreciated very much. And with that, thanks for watching.